Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to the channel. Before I say anything, if you can hear some bangs, I apologise about that. It's clearly still fireworks night. But today I am talking about Three Jokers again. It's the first time I've ever done a video sort of back to back on the same topic, but this is the final issue, and I enjoyed it. I actually did kind of enjoy it. It's still not the kind of story I was hoping for, but there's at least a little bit to be told about how the Three Jokers came to be. I was a little bit worried getting towards the end when they start talking about identities, but Geoff John does a fantastic job of capping the whole thing off. Spoilers. By saying the Joker's name had never mattered, and that is correct. The best iterations of the Joker have been the ones that we don't know anything about the character. It's the mystery that makes him both scary and kind of admiring a little bit. You know, we're not too sure about where he's come from, about his past. So that to me makes a more interesting character. So when they start talking about the true identities, it does make me worried a little bit. But this series does a pretty good job actually, especially with the Jason Todd character. Towards the end, I felt absolutely terrible for him. For what he did in the first issue was still awful after he shot the first Joker, but he does suffer for that. He is essentially having this kind of mental breakdown, and it's really, really well written. So Geoff Johns has written a very, very good Joker story here. I still wouldn't say that it's the best DC Black Label. I would still say that goes to Harleen. This might be a close second, maybe. I'll have to look over all of the Black Label stuff. I think this is probably up there as a good one. Probably not, I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's by no means the worst at all. One of the defining features to this series, though, has been the artwork. Jason Fabok's art has been phenomenal. I think he did the covers as well. I actually want to check that. Cover illustrated and colour by Jason Fabok. Yep, I was correct. So first of all, those three covers for 1, 2, 3, I love them. I really, really love them. I think they're fantastic. The artwork on the inside is just stunning. It really, really is. It's so clean. It's just so polished. It's everything I want from a comic. I would say it's almost perfection. So I mean, and again, this comes to what I want from a Black Label book. You have got what I would say is a premium writer in Geoff Johns. He's not someone that writes too much at the moment, I don't think, because I think he's more tied into the whole DC universe as a whole, film, TV, and comics. Jason Fabok's art, he is a legend within the industry anyway. And like I'm sure I've said before, this isn't exactly a thin book. So I do believe you are getting a premium writer, a premium artist, and a premium product. And that's the kind of thing I'm looking for Black Label. I'm willing to pay that extra little bit of money for something that is good. Something that is maybe a bit more adult. I'm not too sure if this is a bit more adult as much as some of the other Black Label stuff goes. There's a fair bit of violence in it, mostly coming from Red Hood Jason Todd. But I wouldn't say it's too much more graphic than your average book. So I would be curious to know why they decided to pick this one as a Black Label book. When you compare it to something like, as I keep going on about Harleen, that had some very adult themes and it was very clearly for mature readers. So, I mean, saying that though, this is more the path that I want the DC Black Label to go. Like I said, you've got that premium writer, premium product, premium illustrator, and that's where I want it to be. So overall, I would say that this has actually been a relatively good series. I wouldn't say it's exceptional, but it is pretty good. If you are a Joker fan, I would suggest to check it out. If you're a Batman fan, check it out. What it does with the Jokers, plural, Batman, Batgirl, and Red Hood, Jason Todd, I think is played out really well over 3 issues. And the fact that it is 3 issues, I think, does say a lot about Geoff Johns. When compared to some of the other books that we've got in the Black Label, it's going on for 9 or so issues. So this sort of mini-series here does really sort of suggest and say that Geoff Johns knows how to write a story and knows how to write it well and concisely. So I'm very much appreciative of that. So if you are a fan of Johns, Batman, or all the other characters, I would say give this a go. If you're a Batman completionist, definitely you're going to have to add this one to the collection. Otherwise, I'd say if you can borrow it, rent it. You know, it's good for a read. It's definitely going to go in my pile because obviously I'm getting everything that's Black Label, but I don't think I'd be in a rush to read it again. Good, not great. But guys, look, if you have read Batman 3 Jokers, let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments below. If you're interested in reading it now, whether you're going to wait for the trade of the 3 issues or whether you don't want to read it at all. Are you put off by the fact that DC have now put into canon that there were more than one Joker? So yeah, it's always good to hear from you guys. Please let me know what you think about it down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.